Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Once upon a time in Hollywood, how old Rick Dalton is, compared to DiCaprio. Once upon a time in Hollywood followed Rick Dalton's struggle to keep his career afloat, but never mentioned his age. So, how old was he? Once upon a time in Hollywood starred Leonardo DiCaprio as Rick Dalton, an actor whose career was in decline, but how old was he during the events of the movie? Following the style of his 2009 film, Inglourious Basterds, which explored real-life events and gave them a twist, Quentin Tarantino brought Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, presenting his own version of the tragic events that shook the entertainment industry in the late 1960s. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood follows actor Rick Dalton and his best friend and stuntman Cliff Booth, Brad Pitt. They'd worked together for years, but the entertainment industry is in constant change, and they struggled to remain active and relevant during the final years of Hollywood's golden age. By the end of the film, Rick Dalton was given a second chance to revive his career, though first he had to come across with some individuals from Charles Manson's family. Rick had appeared in various films and TV shows by the time Once Upon a Time in Hollywood begins, so how old was he? Tarantino is not one to explicitly reveal the ages of the characters in his movies, so coming up with an approximation on how old Rick Dalton is in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood can be tricky. Some sites initially had his date of birth listed as the 22nd of April, 1919, which would have meant he was 50 by the time viewers meet him in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, but this was later changed to the 22nd of April, 1931, so that would make him 38 during the events of the film, younger than Leonardo DiCaprio, who was 44 when filming began. However, it's unknown where Rick Dalton's birth date was taken from, so his exact age remains a mystery, as well as his date of death, which changed from the 18th of March, 1998, to the 18th of March, 2012, and even lists complications from a head injury as cause. As it's unknown if those dates come from Tarantino himself or not, it's possible they were calculated thanks to details like the movies and TV shows he appeared in, as well as the actors his character was inspired by. Rick Dalton was based on a couple of actors from the 1960s and 1970s, most notably Steve McQueen, portrayed by Damian Lewis in the film, and who was born in 1930. Other inspirations were Ty Hardin, who was also born in 1930, and Ed Burns, born in 1932. Being in his late 30s would have made sense in the context of Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, as actors were considered old and outdated by then, with the industry favoring new and younger talents. Of course, it's not the first and only time an actor has played a younger character in a film. While sometimes the difference is too evident, especially when playing teenagers, that wasn't the case in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, perhaps because DiCaprio looks younger than he is or simply because his performance was on point. It's not clear what Rick Dalton's age really is, but the aforementioned date is a believable approximate. Please save the trees and nature, please subscribe my channel. Thank you.